Okay, first fair warning, the audio on this is probably going to be pretty bad. It's a acoustically bad environment. It's an unfinished bathroom. Nothing soft to break up the noise. So the audio just won't be good, and there's not much I can do about it. What we're doing here is adding some grab rails in a shower, just on the wall. The issue is, where are the studs behind that wall? You've got ceramic tile. Behind that tile, you've got cement board. Behind the cement board, you have the wall studs. So, using a regular stud finder, set on standard, gives a whole bunch of false positives. Says there's something there. Still saying there's something there. There's something there. And I know that's not the case. I built the wall. Okay, turn it on. It's showing there's a stud there. They're showing there's something there. But it's still showing positive all the way across there. So that can't be trusted. So we switch it over to deep scan mode to try to get through the concrete board. It's saying there's something there. Something there. And nothing there. Well, obviously there's something there, so we can't trust that. So, the whole reason for this video is, since I couldn't trust my stud finder, I got lucky and found another way to find them, using magnets, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. From the tile installer's notes, we know that his reinforcements start at 40 inches down from the ceiling and they end at 73 inches down from the ceiling. So his reinforcements basically run, that first blue piece of tape is at 40 inches from the ceiling. This tape is at 73 inches from the ceiling. So we know the stud is reinforced basically from this height to this height. It's just a question of where is the stud specifically. And since we can't trust the stud finder on regular or deep scan mode, I had to experiment, and quite frankly, I got lucky. Because I've already found the stud, I just figured I'd go ahead and do it on camera and let you see how I did it, in case it can help somebody else. This horizontal line right here is showing the top of where we want the grab bar to end. That rough location, wherever the stud is located, we wanted it roughly that height. So to find the wall stud, behind the ceramic tile, behind the concrete backerboard, my next resort, and it might have been my last resort, if it hadn't worked, I wouldn't know what else I would have tried. Zoom in a little bit. Using magnets, hoping to find the screws that hold the concrete board to the studs. I know it works because I've already found it, like I said, so I'm just kind of showing what it is. And these are not typical magnets. These are ones I had left over from before we sold the business, and they're not even normal neodymium rare earth magnets. These are very heavy. The two large ones are 50-pound capacity each, or rating, and the two little ones are 25 or 30, I don't remember. So there's a lot of magnetic strength there. So basically, just sweeping along, we know it's in this ballpark. And just use those extremely strong magnets, sweeping across till we find the head of one of the screws. Oh, look at that. So let's keep seeing if we can duplicate that with the next screw down, 6, 8, 10 inches, whatever it is. Look at that, right there again. So we know that right here is the head of a drywall screw, right here is the head of a drywall screw. So that gives me the center of my vertical line, my stud. And after that, it's just a matter of drilling and mounting. But if it wasn't for them, I wasn't sure what my next plan of attack would have been if that hadn't worked. Well, once we found the center of the stud, this mark right here, I held up the hardware and marked the 3 mounting holes for this end. Then, using a level, plumbed it down from that center line, made another center line. The camera doesn't show up real well on the camera here, but did the same thing down there, and then marked the 3 holes for the mounting hardware down there. The next thing is to drill the holes for that. And one very, very important thing when you're going through tile or glass or whatever, use the appropriate bit. This is a very specific bit. You don't want to use a regular masonry bit. It will break porcelain tile or ceramic tile, and that is not what you want to do with Mama's new bathroom. So, bite the bullet, spend the money on a new tile bit, even if you have an old one. It's not worth gambling, and I won't make you suffer through drilling all those holes because they are very slow. You got to drill these really slow. You're running this thing at about that speed right there. And I've got 6 holes to drill through the tile and the concrete board, so we're not gonna sit through all that, but maybe I'll give you a little taste of one. There we go. Just start the first one here. And it looks like there's smoke coming off of there. That's just dust. It's just such fine dust. It flows almost like smoke in the breeze. You know, there's not much of an actual breeze here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the camera, not make you suffer through all that. I'll finish drilling the holes and turn it back on. Okay, well, the drilling is done. On the bottom, you'll notice there's only 2 holes. At the top here, where the bar goes, the bar will go like so. There's 3 mounting holes. Down here, there's only the 2, because the third one right down there was right at the intersection of 2 different tiles, and I was afraid of boogering up the grout or the edge of one of the tiles or something. So I'm just going to go with 2 screws at the bottom, which is plenty adequate. The grab bar will never have pressure on it from that direction, pulling up out of the bottom. Any stresses it has on it will be either sideways or pulling down from here. So being held on with 5 3-inch heavy deck screws is more than adequate. I will get the tape out of there and get that guy mounted. Again, what's happening here is where we found the screw, right where that line is, that's where the stud is, and then there's another stud on either side. All 3 are sandwiched together, so we've got a 4.5-inch wide nailing surface, or screwing surface, to attach the hardware to. And here with the tape going, you can see better what's going on. The 3 holes at the top, made up with the mounting holes on that. Only 2 at the bottom will go into the 2 bottom holes here. But again, more than adequate when we're using 3-inch heavy-duty deck screws. It's just easier to see what's happening now with all that miscellaneous tape out of the way. And that's the extent at the end of it. That's in place, leveled up. 3 screws in the top, 2 in the bottom. And the escutcheon's in, and that guy, you can keep Yetis at bay. Appreciate it.